There are people who have house helps because they think it will boost their status in the society. You know, they always want to make reference. My maid, my
maid cooked something. My chef did this.
My gate man, my. Good day to you, our lovely viewers. Thank you so much for joining us on another wonderful episode of the Love Life podcast. Of course, I'm not doing this alone. I'm here with my lovely wife, Olade.
Hello.
All right. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so to subscribe right now. And then like and share this video to as many and put on the notification button so that you will be notified whenever we upload another video. So in our last episode of this podcast, we spoke about house chores.
Yeah.
And it is common practice that when a particular aspect of running the home cannot be done by any of the partners or any of the members of the home, maybe children or relatives that live together in the house, there is the need for outsourcing.
Yeah.
So this brings us to the subject of house helps. House helps. Now, when we say house helps, what comes to mind?
Okay. For me, house helps are, people who assist in chores, household chores and all, when the owners of the house, maybe for the family, are not able to do certain things themselves.
I love the word you used, assist.
Yes, assist.
So you are not absolving total responsibility
on the
house help.
Yeah.
They are only assisting. So they are helpers of what you ought to do.
But cannot do at that time.
For tangible reasons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they come in and it depends. They could be living and they could be maybe just 9 to maybe 7 a.m. Then they close by 6. But by the time they come in, they are able to do everything they need to do before they clock out.
All right. So there are different kinds of house helps, right?
Yeah.
So there are house helps who are fully residential, and then there are non-residential house helps.
Yeah.
So the fully residential house helps are the ones who live in with the family, right? While the non-residential house helps are the ones who come in to do whatever they want to do or whatever they are assigned to do, and then they leave. Now, there are some factors that families should consider before employing the services of house help. But before talking about the factors, I think one of the things families should understand is that having a house help is not a thing of pride. Because there are people who want to have house helps, who have house helps because they think it will boost their status in the society. You know, they always want to make reference. My maid, my maid
cooked something.
My
chef did this.
My gate man, there is this quick urge to reference.
It makes them puffed up, like,
look,
make them look big.
That is not the reason. Because whether you like it or not, the entry of a house help into your home has a way of taking from you. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would it take from you financially, it would also take from you emotionally. Because you are obliged to not just cater for the person financially. There would be some emotional connection. That's the truth.
That's the truth, yeah.
Except you're a user. There will be some emotional connection. The person is now responsible, or the person is now doing what you were supposed to do, or what a member of the family is supposed to do. And let me tell you something. If, for instance, your wife is the one who is supposed to cook for you, and then you employ a chef, it simply means the emotions that you were supposed to give to your wife by reason of her cooking for you will now have to be shared between your wife and the chef. Now, if your chef is now a female chef, there is a need for caution. There's a need for caution. So when people employ the services of an external person, of a house help, regardless of whatever the person does, if the person belongs to the opposite gender, there has to be caution.
Yeah.
There has to be caution. So if as a wife, there are certain things that you were supposed to do, but you've delegated it to a third party who is not a member of the family to do it, you must ensure that you supervise the person.
Yeah.
And men should ensure that, and even women, that the relationship between them and the house help is formal.
Yes, very formal. Because when it starts getting informal,
Yes.
the familiarity starts and then it builds up. And then from there, the house help starts misbehaving,
Yes.
starts acting like they have a right to the house.
Yes.
You know, they have a right to things, and that that sense of entitlement would start rearing up in the hearts of the house help. So there should be strict formality.
Boundaries.
Everything should be formal. There shouldn't be an informal.
That doesn't also mean that some house helps, especially long-standing, faithful, diligent, and loyal house helps, that doesn't mean there are not some of them who can grow into become main members of the family. You know, a portion of the Bible says that a servant who serves his master long enough will soon become a son. There's a portion of scriptures that says that. So there are some house helps who devote themselves not just to the course of their job, but to the course of the interest of their employers, to the point that the employer now sees them as family. Now, while such people exist, but listen, they must pass the test.
Yeah. They actually pass the test of time.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there are certain
consistency.
Things. Yes, consistency.
Yes.
Because for a house help to stay that long,
yes,
being very loyal, diligent,
yes,
and working in the interest of the people, his employers, that means he has passed the test of time for him, enough for him to become part of the family.
Pass the test of time and consistency in character.
Yeah,
emphasis on consistency in character, because long service does not mean excellent service. Consistency in character built over time. That's what it is. And let me also say this. I have seen situations where faithful house helps get their portion of inheritance from the families. I've seen situations where house helps have benefits in the will written by the head of the family. So being a house help is not anything to be ashamed of. And also, those of us who employ house helps, we should not talk down on them. Yeah. We should not ridicule them. They are human beings too. They should be treated as someone's.
You see an employer treats their house helps
as
like they are not people with emotions. These people, they have emotions too. The fact that they are house helps, if they have the opportunity to work in a very big organization, they would. Some of them, maybe it could be their education, maybe their educational level hasn't gotten to that point. So they are just doing something just to, make ends meet. So that doesn't mean you put them out there and just talk to them anyhow, you treat them anyhow like slaves. So people need to learn this. People need to, they need to learn.
But you know that there are people who are also trained and schooled to help. So take, for instance, somebody very close to me is pursuing a degree in hospitality and tourism management. Now, if such a person is employed as the head of helps in my home, the person is not uneducated. The person is properly schooled and skilled and trained to help me. That is the person's area of specialization. So being a house help is nothing, derogatory. It's nothing demeaning. Yes, it's a job. Anything that anybody does to earn money, anything that anybody does to be paid in exchange for value should not be talked down upon. That you are the employer today does not mean that, tables cannot turn. In fact, you are employing the house help. What if you're an employee at your office? Would you like your boss in the office to talk to you, in the manner in which you talk to the house help? So the house help should be treated the way you want to be treated, the way you want to be treated, and the way you want your children to be treated. And I think one of the things that can help families to have a good relationship with their house helps is to have a family policy. So one of the things we do in Love, Passions, and Wholeness is to help our counsellors to develop family management policies. And one of those policies is the immigration and the emigration policy. So this is the policy that documents who has access to your home. What are the conditions that the person must meet to have access to your home? What are the boundaries, and at what point will the person be fired? So, for instance, now, it will be clearly stated if, based on the conversation that partners have, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. If you are the person who is easily moved by
what
you see, maybe you like big back side as a man, you must not employ a house help with a big back side. If you are the type who is attracted by big front side, you must not employ a house help by big front side. If you are nocturnal, for instance, a nocturnal person is someone who is very active at night, right? So if, for instance, you are a nocturnal person, very likely you shouldn't employ a house help who will be residential.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody, for instance, you are working remotely and your head office is active at your own night time, or your job demands that you are awake at night, and your wife is sleeping. She wouldn't be available to keep you accountable. And then maybe you're hungry and then you're calling a chef who is a female to cook for you. At that time, you're setting yourself up for trouble. So understanding yourselves, that is you and your partner, would help you to develop
communicating
it would help you to develop that family policy. So it guides who comes in, and then be sure that the house help is properly vetted.
Yeah, there are some people they don't properly check screen who they want to employ. They just, as far as possible, has been recommended by someone they know or someone they feel they can trust. They just accept that person into their. But it is the person you trust is not the person that is coming into your house. It is a stranger. You need to screen that person very, very well before you can allow such a person into your home. You need to protect your home. You need to protect your children.
Exactly. You're protecting your home. You're protecting your spouse. You're protecting your children. You're protecting your image. You're protecting your brand. When you vet and properly screen the people who are coming into your home to work with you. And these screens cover quite a wide range, you know. So if you want to learn more about the family policies, you can contact us at Love, Passions, and Wholeness. Just send us a DM on Instagram. Just check Love, Passions, Wholeness. Send us a DM. We can take you through the process of developing a family policy document. All right. These are some of the things we train people on in our premarital counseling courses. But just to help you quickly, you know, some of the tests include a crime history check. Just go to the nearest police station, or, you know,
be sure you're not bringing in an ex-convict.
You know, even if the person is an ex-convict, be sure that the person is properly remanded. Do you understand now? You know, and I'll advise you could do it at if you're in Nigeria, you can do it at the area headquarters, the area command headquarters. They have more sophisticated gadgets and computerized systems that help to check criminal records. Yes, because an average police post may not have all of those things. But if you go up to the divisional police headquarters, or better still, the area command, you'll be able to get a good police report on the person's history. Another thing you must do is blood test.
Yes.
Blood test, which would cover, you know, STIs, HIV, their blood groups, their genotype, and all of those things. You want to be sure that the person you're bringing in does not have a communicable disease.
Or that can infect any member of the family.
I mean, when it comes to food, a lot of knifing is involved. What if, you know, the knife cuts the person and, you know, there's a drop of blood into the meal and you're not able to, you know, maybe take the food through heat that can kill whatever that blood is conveying? Trouble. So
Serious.
not everybody who has blood transmitted diseases caught it from promiscuity, caught it from
Yeah,
illicit
there are
sex.
so
There are
many
people who caught
who
it
caught it from just
from
things like this, a
from a
court.
house help,
and-
from a house help court. Yes.
Mm.
So these tests are very, very, very necessary. And then another thing I would recommend is this: from time to time, let there be checks, oversight checks over the duty
Yeah,
that the house help is carrying out.
exactly.
Don't, as a woman,
Don't just be relaxed
be
and
too
feel
relaxed.
okay because you already have this house help. But I've checked her from the beginning. I've
Yes.
screened her, then she's okay or he's okay, he can
Yes.
do it. And then you just get laid back and allow the house help to be the one doing everything and
Yes.
everything in the house. And you are not checking consistently.
Yes.
It's trouble.
And
It's
now,
trouble brewing.
let me now say this. While house helps are great, while it is wonderful to delegate some house chores to house helps, there are some things that cannot be delegated.
Yeah.
So there are things that make a man the husband of the house. Whatever makes a husband should not be delegated to a house help. Whatever makes a wife should not be delegated to a house help.
Yes.
So, for instance, it is the duty of the wife and the husband to attend to each other's emotional needs. When you neglect that duty of emotional commitment to your spouse, you are setting your marriage up for trouble. Are you with me now?
Yeah.
There are some things that cannot be delegated. You can't delegate parenting to your children.
Yeah, they are so
The
this one
bonding
is
time.
it's even too we see it everywhere now.
Yes.
That many parents, they just leave their children unattended to helps, and it's not the duty of the help
to parent children.
parent
It's
your
wrong.
children.
Why should you listen to me? I mean, there are homes where certain secrets are between the helps and the children.
Yes,
It's bad. There are homes where the wife and the help have, secrets that they keep with each other that the husband is not aware of. It is wrong. There are homes where some things are, just known between the man and the help. It is wrong. Very wrong. That is a distortion of family order. It is a distortion. Yeah. Why should your children be closer to the house help than you as a father or a mother? Why should your house help be closer to your husband than you? And you think, it's nothing. It's nothing. You see your house help dressing in a very attractive way. I mean, they should dress well, but they should not dress seductively. You can be attractive without being seductive.
Yeah.
So there should be a standard dress code for the people who come into your house to work with you. Very important. And then when you sense a deviation from where they were employed, be quick to raise an alarm.
Yes.
If they need to be fired, let them be fired.
Because some people, they start feeling that she has been working with me or he has been working with us for a long time. And you've noticed this deviation.
Yes.
And you know that it's going to cause a serious trouble later on. Just do the needful.
Yes.
You don't need to start out of pity, then saying, okay, let me leave her. Let's see if he will change, or let's see if she will change.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, it is the person's marriage that will now suffer for it.
Yes. Never hire who you can't fire.
Mm-hmm.
Never hire who you can't fire. And there is something that time and space does. If you find out that because of, spending time around your house help, you find yourself growing emotional bonds with the person, don't think you can manage it. End the person's contract.
Yes.
If you find yourself gravitating in emotions towards your house help, end the contract. Let there be a proper send forth package. Do you understand? You don't have to let a nice severance pay that we really appreciate your time with us as a family. You've been a blessing. You've made life easier for us. But at this point, we would want to bring this to a close. And to compensate, we'll be giving you 3 months salary to help you find your
If
balance.
possible, if you're the type that even have, you have some connections with other
Exactly. You
jobs,
can recommend them to get employment
get
somewhere.
employment.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You see that part where you said you don't hire who you can't fire. I
Yes.
remember there was a time where I was juggling 2 jobs that we wanted to get someone that would just come in to clean and then leave.
Yes.
So my husband was recommending someone that, and I said, this person is quite older. I don't want someone I won't be able to
Control.
that.
Yes.
No, I don't want you to do it this way. I want you to do it. It's my home. I'm the
Yes,
one
you
that's
should
going
call
to
the
pay you.
shots. Yes.
So I should be the one. I shouldn't be employing someone that I'll be scared to
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
I can't employ someone that I'll be scared to instruct that no, you do it this way, or don't do this, do this. So I have to say no, please let's go for someone that I can control, that I can say, okay, yeah, this is what I want you to do. And then we went for someone that was, in fact, she was willing to learn, ready to
We
learn.
miss her. We miss her, honestly.
It was just, our time was just
her time was over, and then she moved on.
So I was able to instruct her on what to do, what not to do. And I was able to monitor her. The way I want her to do things was the way she was doing it for me, which was good.
Yes. So in conclusion, if you are a house help listening to this, we want to say a special thank you to you. You are not in any way less. You are not in any way a junior member of society. The roles that you play in our world, in homes, imagine, I mean, we can't quantify it. And on behalf of every responsible family, we want to say a very big thank you.
Yeah.
We just want to encourage you, be diligent with your job. Don't have a sense of entitlement. Don't develop bitterness. See that job as part of your process. God is the owner of your life. God is the one who determines the outcome of your life. Don't think your destiny is in the hands of your boss. Serve them like you're serving God, and God himself will reward you. Yeah. There will be an orchestration of events that will lead to your promotion, either within that family or somewhere else. Yeah. But God has a way of taking care of his own. We celebrate you. So whether you're an employer of a house help, or you're the house help yourself, or you intend to employ a house help, we hope that you've learned from this episode. Thank you so much for being part of this. Be sure you're doing it with the right motive. If it is not necessary, if you cannot afford it, don't pressurize yourself into getting a house help. Because one of the problems of getting a house help is the financial part.
Yeah.
As a house help, you shouldn't grumble after agreeing to collect a particular amount.
Yeah.
And then as a family, as the employer, clearly state how much you're willing to pay and able to pay.
Because some people might be willing,
but
they might not be able to pay.
So putting all of these factors into consideration, let everybody be happy. Yeah. And we trust God that, better homes are emerging from, taking clues from this podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. Do well to subscribe if you haven't. Put on the notification bell and share this video with as many as possible. Until we come your way again on the next episode, this is the Love Life Podcast, and we say bye. Yeah.